Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I know it was a long while ago again, but I have just started work and it has been quite a lot of things to do here at my house, so I just haven't been able to make a video. So you can see now a lot of pictures from my summer, and I hope you also had a lovely summer. Now the fall is coming, and in this video I will share some Swedish products that we in Sweden often have, or if you are a Swede, you often have this in your pantry or your fridge or your freezer. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and let's start. So this is a must-have in a Swedish home. Some crisp bread. This is actually our favorite. It's called Falu rågryt, and it's also we call this pillow bread. Well, I did when I was a kid, so it just looks like this. It's like pillowy, and often we have some butter, some caviar. I will show that later, and also some eggs, or just have it with butter or ham, or some cheese. You can also have some jam or whatever you prefer on your crisp bread. So this is just one what do you say? One of the crisp bread that you can buy in the stores. There is a lot of difference. You have like this with more brownish, and then you can also buy some with like that is more light than this also, but this is our favorite, one of our favorites. So if you're in Sweden, you really have to try this. And this is also a typical Swedish product. It's Lingonberry preserves or jam, and you often see us in Sweden use this in your oats, in our oatmeal. You can also have them with your meatballs, with the potatoes and gravy, and some have them also like in your crepes. You can also make like cakes or cookies or parfait like ice cream with this. There is a lot of recipes where you can use this, just not only as a jam. It's actually a bit like cranberries, but not quite, but a bit. And you can actually pick these lingonberries in our forests. So if you are a Swede, you actually must have this in your pantry. So another very popular item in Sweden is this Kwadi. This particular one is with vanilla flavor, and it's without any sugar, and like it's 15 grams of protein and not so much fat. So a lot of people that make sports or want to be healthy often eat this, like for breakfast or like a snack. You can buy this with a lot of different flavors, and this is just a small jar you can buy or package. You can buy in also bigger packages as well, and often people want just eat this like it is, or they add some granola or something to it as well. So I know this is not a typical Swedish product, like you can see this in every country, I guess, this ketchup, not exact this brand, Felix brand, but Swedes are obsessed with ketchup. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people in Sweden are. We actually have this like on everything almost. I know a lot of you Italians out there, if you looking and watching should be horrified when you see us use this on pasta and on pizza. It's like crazy. So we use this very much ketchup on our meals. Yeah, so this is, I can like say it's a Swedish product, but it's, well, we really enjoy ketchup here in Sweden. So we're gonna talk about this now. This is cardamom. It's also very popular spice here in Sweden. We often use this with our baked goods, like in bread and cookies and buns. I know a lot of Americans know about the cinnamon bun, but Swedes actually also really love the ones with cardamom. I think I have read somewhere that Sweden is one of the countries in the world that uses this spice most. So I really enjoy this also in the coffee, like mix it with some cinnamon and stuff. It's really good, I think, also in cookies. You can buy, there is a Swedish cookies with just this cardamom that I like. Maybe I can show you that in another video later. But yeah, cardamom is really popular. Also dill is very common in Sweden. I didn't have that, but yeah, dill is also very popular here in Sweden. Often I have dill at home, but I didn't have it right now. Maybe later in this video I can show you dill. We'll see. So yeah, if you have this in your country and you haven't tried it yet, you should. I can link a really good recipe down below for you with a cardamom inside if you want to. So yeah, you really have to try it. So I know that this is not only Swedish, this is whipping cream, but I know in the States you have like Cool Whips and creamer, and we don't have any of that in Sweden. So often when we make cakes or things that you have use like Cool Whip, we use just regular whipping cream. So it's, I think we have this also like instead of milk sometimes in our coffee, and sometimes when we make like Swedish pancakes we often use this as well, or just plain ice cream or preserves in some sort of berries, but often we have this instead of your Cool Whips in the States. So we have a lot of different breads in Sweden, but this is like a staple, I think, in a lot of Swedish households. It's called Skogaholmslimpa. Limpa means like loaf, and it's a brand. Skogaholm is like a brand, and it has been a bakery. It says here bakery since 1926. So it's one of the most common breads in Sweden, and we often have this at breakfasts. We eat a lot of bread in Sweden for breakfast, like open sandwiches, and we have just like butter spread and cheese or ham or eggs or stuff like that on top, and we have it with our coffee in the morning. So yeah, this particular brand is very common in Sweden. So another item is this pearl sugar that you add on your cinnamon buns, as you can see on the picture here on the package. You can also add it on other kind of cookies and cakes, like apple cakes. So it's a very common product in Sweden. So I will show you this now. This is actually bread syrup. As you can see, bröd means bread in Swedish, In the States you have maple syrup. We have that also in Sweden, but it's a lot more expensive than this syrup. We often use our syrup with in bread, and we also have like lighter versions of this syrup to add to cookies and cakes and stuff like that. You can also use this on your pancakes in the morning, not particularly just this because it's a bit more dark and it's not as sweet as the lighter versions. Yeah, this is not made by maple or something. I think it's made by like some sugar at the sugar canes, or the sugar that you use for making regular sugar, and we make some kind of syrupy things instead. So I often use the lighter versions when I make a typical cookie here in Sweden. So yeah. So that's what's everything. I will be back with another episode of this Swedish items series. So stay tuned for that. I hope I will post it soon. So I see you in the next video. Bye for now and have a really great day and week.